Greetings. My name is Sheldon Singh, Directing Advisor and CEO of Avalon Industries. Today I'd like to talk to you about a proposition of tackling one of the major world issues called poverty. Specifically, we'd like to target Africa and its populace to be helped and alleviated of this issue. The reason why we chose Africa is because it is most affected in the entire world from poverty. According to Brookings.edu, the average poverty rate for sub-Saharan Africa stands at about 41%. That is about 3 times the average poverty rate in the USA. Let's take a moment and think about where we and our kids or family members would be if we were below the poverty line and we had to fight for scraps, fight for jobs that only paid less than $1.50 a day, to where we could never provide enough for our families and we did end up starving. That's the horrors that the people in Africa have to face, that they can't really do anything about, which is why they need somebody from the outside, somebody with great communication skills to communicate with others outside Africa to help and bring forth some sort of hope, or at least some peace, to the people that live in Africa, so that they can wake up knowing that somebody actually cares and wants to make sure that they are able to wake up every day, instead of worrying about the next day they may die from lack of medical attention, food, or even clean water, including diseases. So what are our main objectives that we wish to cover and complete within the next few years? Well, my company has devised a few things that we wish to do. First, we'd like to install wells to provide access to clean drinking water, and then educate the farmers on how to produce more food, construct shelters for the poor, build schools to educate disadvantaged communities within Africa, and provide enhanced access to better healthcare services by building medical clinics and hospitals. Through our games, which we make here at Avalon Industries, we will also put out many things, including in-game cosmetic items that can only be earned if someone donates, and a lot of donating areas inside of our actual games and on our websites, so that no matter where people are looking at our games or our company, they can always find a way to donate easily and fast. People will also be able to completely just bring items such as canned goods, water, or clothing and shoes directly to any of our offices for us to ship all the way there to our other employees to hand out to the people in need. And there will also be email updates along with video transmissions that allow people to see what we're working on or achieving over in South Africa, and hopefully people will join and help us fight this incredible endeavor. The reason why we chose poverty mainly was because we understand that it shouldn't be the way it is in Africa. Somebody shouldn't have to walk aimlessly through a deserted area, listening to people cough, gag, or literally hearing them die on the spot, where water runs through the towns, dirty, filled with chemicals, feces, other body matter, dead bodies, dead animals, broken glass, and many other discarded items that could damage their health and make them even worse off than they already are. Our core values and mission fit well with helping relieve poverty from Africa, as it allows us to freely broaden the world for the citizens of Africa by helping them learn these things through education, changing their environment to make it safer and more enjoyable, and by helping them get their foot in the door of getting over the poverty line, to have an expendable income to hopefully one day purchase, say, a laptop or a gaming console for them to experience whole new worlds that others create. Children who grow up in poverty typically suffer from severe and frequent health problems, while infants born into poverty have an increased chance of low birth weight, which can lead to physical and mental disabilities. In some impoverished countries, poverty-stricken infants rarely live beyond 1 year. those who live may have hearing and or vision problems. By helping to eliminate these sort of problems, we can hopefully stop the death rates from expanding exponentially and hopefully get it to where it goes down in the downward curve, allowing less people to die every day, unlike there is now. The common traits for those living in extreme poverty include little or no education. Most of them are under the age of 18, and most of them are also working in farming or agriculture, where not much money is made due to trade issues. As you can see on this graph, provided by the World Bank data, in 1990 there was 1.9 billion people that lived in extreme poverty in 1990, 36 of the world population. And then it went down to 730 million in 2015, and then down again to 650 million in 2018. The projected rate for this graph shows that the people under the poverty rate will be in between 479 and 500 million in 2030. With your help and our support, we can make that number even smaller, hopefully within 400 million or below within these next few projected years. According to the World Bank, the share of Africans living in extreme poverty has fallen substantially, from 54% in 1990 to 41% in 2015. But due to high population growth during the same period, the number of poor people in Africa has actually increased from 278 million in 1990 to 413 million in 2015. This could be due to most Africans working in agriculture and farming and not being able to produce enough crops and or sell them due to the stringent trade marketing rules and regulations. In this graph provided by the United Nations, it can be seen that 2030 will not be the end of poverty. We will have to span across anywhere from 2040, 2050, or maybe even longer than that before poverty is ever ended. It also shows that 55% of the world's population has no access to social protection, meaning people can get their identities stolen along with all of their belongings, which is very important. That needs to be gone. And that more than 90% of deaths due to disasters occur in low and middle-aged income countries, such as Africa. And that in 2015, of the 736 million people that lived in extreme poverty, 413 million of those were in sub-Saharan Africa. So I'd like to ask for your support in this great and immense endeavor that we all should be taking part of. With your help, we can hopefully bring together a whole community dedicated to helping this issue and allowing donations such as water and food and clothing rapidly increase so that the people of Africa aren't as worse off as they are currently. And hopefully with this rallied support, we can get a lot of support groups and church groups to go over mission trips to help us build buildings, schools, and housing for these people to live in, so they don't have to wake up and be worried about the weather or if they're going to get a nail stuck in their foot and die from tetanus or any other diseases due to the water being completely and utterly destroyed from all the trash and dead animal carcasses. And hopefully one day we can fully alleviate their issues and allow them to economically be sound as well, forming a new Africa, a reborn Africa, where people are not under the poverty line, but above it and thriving, and allowing them to see the world as it should be seen, without a worry in the world having to wake up and be worried. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend my proposal for how our company wants to tackle a specific world issue that is poverty. I hope you can take the time to think about whether you wish to help us in this endeavor within the next few days, and hopefully we can all make a better place for everyone.